We made it through March 1st. No problem at all. No problem at all. It's March 2nd. We're rolling. We're talking about Tesla's Investor Day, February sales numbers, and culture reports from Meta.
I go.
I think they have a couple of insights.
They know a couple things of what people are doing and stuff and things like that. Hey, let me just say, look, if you are a longtime listener of the pod version of this,
like the audio version,
we know we cut you in actually 30 seconds after a little jam. And if you've never caught that, like there's a reason why you might want to head to our YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn just every once in a while, just to like kind of lean into the like it just kind of hits, you know. So
we really just picked that music because that's our countdown music, and that's what helps us straighten our energy, right? Because we usually hit the ground running in the morning, and we're on Google Meet, and we're like texting, and we're like, all these things are going on happening, and then that music hits, and then we're like, all right,
you just kind of like hit a.
Now we're ready for the show.
The eyes close. You're like, here I come. Yeah,
and the live stream version too got comments like this from Rob Downs. Happy Thursday, gents. Love the emoji math in the meeting. This in the email this morning. Our daily email, you can get it at asodu.com. It had some really fun emoji math in it.
It was great.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you what. If you get the email, you're going to realize why there are like 5,000 other people that get the email and open at an astounding rate every day, because it is worth it.
Absolutely worth it. Yep. ASOTU.com. Hit it up. Let's go. We'll keep you in the loop of everything we're doing. But speaking of keeping you in the loop of everything people are doing.
Segue.
Time. Yes. I was about to rock that one out if you didn't.
Come on now. Let's go. Let's get it Thursday.
Okay. Yesterday's 3.5 hour Tesla Investor Day. Yes, it was 3.5 hours long. Was heavy on big picture thinking and light on specifics as the company revealed some of its plans and challenges on the road to its target volume of producing, listen to this, 20 million vehicles per year worldwide. For a little context there, it is the money. Think of that. 20 million vehicles, 20 largest million profit margins.
Average gross profit margin of 9 Gs.
That's some. I mean, to give you a little context, the world's largest automaker currently is Toyota, and they make 10 million vehicles a year. So Tesla currently only makes 1.3 million. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and it must be the money. You're right, Kyle, because Chief Financial Officer Zach Kirkhorn said Tesla could need to spend upwards of $150 billion more to reach its long-term goals of that $20 million number, with a big focus on integrating manufacturing. They need 10 more gigafactories to do it. One they just announced is opening in Mexico. And they also are starting to refine their own raw materials. So they have a lithium refinery right here in the U.S., Corpus Christi, Texas, and they're building a battery materials plant right outside of their gigafactory in Austin. They didn't talk about, so all this vision. They didn't talk about
new things.
Cybertruck.
No cheap Tesla. Nothing like that.
No cheap Tesla.
Nothing like what Apple does. Hey, here's all the things we're doing, and here's the new stuff. None of that.
Here's none of the new stuff. None of the new stuff. I guess, they said they're going to talk about the Cybertruck in a separate event. They don't want to take away from that. That's a great alibi.
That's fair.
Granted, like all the vision things that they talked about were on the path to the anticipated announcements, right? A low cost EV, sub $30,000, $25,000, whatever. And the company has had 14 months of consecutive profit. So I guess they can kind of do what they want.
They kind of know what they're up to.
Shares, however, were down 5% in off hours trading because people wanted the sizzle. What do they say? Buy the hype, sell the news. Is that what people say?
That's exactly what it is.
People that bought the hype and sold the news yesterday made 5%.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, they were down.
That's what you do. You buy, everybody's getting excited. They're going to do it. And you sell right before the news actually drops. We got some comments here on the Tesla. Way too long of a live stream. Felt like we were in the clouds of where we want to be with no view of the ground where we are. That's an insightful comment.
Man,
one of our editors.
That may or may not be kind of in the vibe of a Sodu,
Oh, it totally is.
In the dirt and on
it totally is. But the thing is with a Sodu, you see what we're doing every single day.
Yep, exactly.
You see what we're doing every single day.
We're always keeping you up.
I'm trying to keep you updated. Speaking of keeping us all up to date.
Stop. Segue.
Time. All right. So Tesla's doing their thing, but all of our OEMs are doing their thing like they've been doing for like the last 100 years, right? Tesla new. Sales reports are coming out this week from a lot of manufacturers. Some are up, some are down. Hyundai, Kia, and Subaru all went up for their 7th straight month. So bravo to our friends there. Why Toyota and Honda actually fell back. Some of the reasons, not surprisingly, increased demand and rising inventory plays a big role in the winners, while tight supply played a role in the losers. Toyota fell back 2.5% or 2.4%. However, Lexus is carrying some weight now.
There you go. Coming
up
back
6.1% after 12-month streak of decline. So there's a little celebration going on in the Lexus side of the business. They broke the streak. Honda as well fell 1.4%, but Acura, the luxury brand, up 12%. Little pattern there.
Which makes a little bit of sense that these manufacturers have been, when they have supply chain issues, they are continuing to press into prioritizing high dollar items, especially because the buying demographic is still in a high income earning status, right? Because of high interest rates and high vehicle prices, especially in these manufacturers that don't have incentivized programs trying to bring down prices. So it makes a lot of sense that Toyota and Honda would move in that direction, especially when you look at Hyundai and Kia having a record February for them.
Killing it.
Like, you know why they did that, because they have a lower price point. They have inventory on hand. Like, the storylines make a lot of sense for me.
They do. Well, Ford and Volvo, they'll be reporting some numbers later today, and the rest of the industry is on a quarterly basis. So we got to wait another month to hear those results. Kyle, you and I talk with and spend time with dealers all the time on the ground, in phone conversations, in consulting, and so much conversation around the used car market, the new car market, obviously affecting that massively. Our friend Charlie Chesborough, senior economist at Cox Automotive, has a quote in the Auto News article that we're linking up, and I'm going to read it and then let's respond to it. He says, "We have diverging markets today. New inventory is slowly stabilizing, while used car supply is falling, while many affordability seeking vehicle buyers are leaving the new market for the used market. Dealers may find that they have too little used inventory, and price declines may reverse. And automakers may find that they have too much new inventory and may be forced to be more aggressive with incentives to boost sales." Sounds like the car business.
Sounds like the car business, right? Exactly what I was about to say. I talked to 2 dealers yesterday. They both had, like, within one word of the same quote, and it was, "Used cars are on fire right now." Had another dealer text both of us, letting us know that they just opened up their entire organization.
This is so good.
And they incentivized the entire organization, including accounting and everybody. Like, go buy cars, we'll pay you for it, right? The focus on used cars right now is insane, and we're seeing week over week increases at the wholesale level, and retail prices are staying strong as well. So, like, the roller coaster ride of used cars is not over by any stretch of the imagination.
No, it really does. Like, I know it's a drum that, has kind of been being beat since NADA, but basics, fundamentals, everyday attention, right? Like, folks that are like adjusting used car prices once a month, like, that doesn't cut it.
No,
just doesn't cut it.
Not. Everything
not paying
is
attention to buying cars,
weekly, daily basis. I mean, search trends, on the data that I'm seeing, where some of the insights that we have access to, like analytics accounts and stuff like that, it, like, everything is moving in an up direction. So yeah,
sounds like got to be on your toes and play the game. It's a good way to roll into spring. Like, you come out of spring training and you're like ready to go. Like, you're all prepped.
Yo, I'm telling you, March is going to be lit. If you're not pushing hard on March, I'm telling you, it's going to be lit. Let's go. Not financial advice, but here we go.
Disclaimers.
Speaking of stuff being lit.
There you go.
Stop.
Sure.
Segue.
Time. Kyle, tell us about your friends at Meta.
Over at Meta, they've released their second edition of a 56-page Culture Rising report with looks at emerging trends, analysis of millions of conversations across their platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and then along with a global insights survey. Basically, they look at 4 areas: exploratory identities, refined relationships, assertive aspirations, and lived values, which are really big words for "we're watching you." Each section breaks down these key topics in which segments have seen substantial growth over the years. And so we are seeing stuff like people talking about work and wellness and self-discovery, trying to figure out like, what am I doing here? Why am I doing it? Are kind of the trends that they were seeing a lot. So I see that on social media. It's a lot of people going, there was this trend of quiet quitting, and now there's this trend of like, oh, the grass wasn't greener, all of these things that people are trying to figure out. What is the work dynamic? How am I self-discovering? Am I an individual, or am I part of a company? All that type of stuff.
Yes,
so
yes.
Anecdotally, I see that, and this kind of like threads that needle.
Well, some of the highest insight areas seem to be in psychology and therapy, meaning people feel a little lost right now.
They do. Yeah.
Right? The quiet quitting thing is feeling a little lost, right? Lack of vision, lack of purpose. And so great. Like the fact that we have these insights from what people are actually talking about might not directly apply to what exactly operational you're doing today. But if you think about the overlay, if people are feeling like there's a lack of vision or they're a little lost, you have such an opportunity to speak in those terms of giving people a place of belonging, a place where they can be comfortable, a place of maybe feeling a little better. There's one term in there, Kyle. I hope you didn't look it up, but do you know what thalassotherapy is? It's one of the highest research terms. Thalassotherapy.
I don't. The only thing that comes to mind is Ted Lasso therapy.
It's nothing to do with Ted Lasso.
I'm guessing that's not it, but like that was what hit my brain right off the top of it.
Hey, that's only 2 letters away from Ted Lasso therapy.
Right.
If you take the THE, actually 1 letter away. So thalassotherapy is actually an unproven therapy of using the ocean for therapy. And that's things with sea things in them, like seawater and standing in the ocean and the climate around. Thalassotherapy. It's a thing. You heard it on this show first.
Man, I can tell you there's a certain level of therapy of dipping your toes in the ocean. So
it really is.
I don't know.
I mean, it makes me feel better. And here's the thing, interesting for the industry, hashtag car reels has seen 150% growth in the last year. So meaning people are paying more attention to automotive in general. We've been saying
so what
this.
you're telling me, Paul, what you're telling me is Meta affirmed our theory that pop culture and automotive are at a critical juncture right now.
Yep. They listed like 10 areas of like the highest growth, and hashtag car reels was in there. This is somebody commented on the podcast this morning. Hey, Rob, he's talking about $15 a month for Meta and Instagram verification. Seems like an annoying cost, but should be more impactful than a $15 ad spend. We were going to cover that, but Meta, it's coming. Verification, $15 a month. You got to give them your government issued ID. I know everybody feels great about that, but I'm just going to make my government issued ID my profile picture and just get on with my life.
Just get on with it.
There it is, everybody.
Have it anyway.
So verification, maybe we'll talk about it some other time, but you can pay $15 to be verified. And they do say you'll have access. It'll be harder for you to hack. So easier to hack if you're in the free version, get more service. And it says it'll boost the awareness of your posts. So I think that's probably worth $15. We'll get verified. Why not?
Get verified.
Let's get verified. Well, whatever day, if you're listening to this show, you are verified in the car business or caring about the car business, which means you should be caring about people. And it's March 2nd. Got an opportunity. Spring is just around the corner.